At this time, I'd like to call the village board meeting to order. Let the record reflect it is Tuesday, October 5th, 2021 at 6:36 p.m. The meeting is being conducted pursuant to Governor Pritzker's Disaster Proclamation and Public Act 1010640, which amends requirements of the Open Meetings Act due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Although remote attendance is an option for the board members are all present, thus we do not need to confirm the audio. All the materials for this meeting are available on the village's website, and we recommend the members and the public follow the agenda as posted. After members have spoken, I will afford public comment as follows. Once I, the chair, have a list of all public commenters, I will call on each person present at the meeting and afford them 3 minutes for their comment. Further time up to an additional 3 minutes may be granted by motion of the village board. The public was also provided the opportunity to submit a request until noon today by email to the clerk's office at tinleypark.org or by placing their written request in the drop box at the village hall to participate publicly via a live telephone call at the relevant portion of the public meeting. Written comments will not be read aloud. And finally, each vote taken in this meeting will be conducted by a roll call vote. At this time, now let us begin the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge of Allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I couldn't hear you, Bill, down here.
I'll lower my mic.
Madam Clerk, could you please call the roll?
Trustee Brady.
Present.
Trustee Brennan.
Present.
Trustee Galante. Here. Trustee Mahoney.
Present.
Trustee Mueller.
Here.
Trustee Sullivan.
Here.
President Glatz.
Present. Item number 1, I would like to ask the board for a motion to consider approval of tonight's agenda.
So moved.
You have a second?
I'll second that motion.
Thanks, Mike.
Roll call for item number 1, Trustee Brady.
Yes.
Trustee Brennan.
Yes.
Trustee Galante.
Yes.
Trustee Mahoney.
Yes.
Trustee Mueller.
Yes.
Trustee Sullivan.
Yes.
Motion carries. Thank you. Item number 2, I would like to ask for a motion to consider approval of the minutes of the regular village board meeting held on September 21st, 2021.
So moved.
A second?
Second.
Thank you. Anyone from the public here to comment?
Roll call for item number 2, Trustee Brady.
Yes.
Trustee Brennan.
Yes.
Trustee Galante.
Yes.
Trustee Mahoney.
Yes.
Trustee Mueller.
Yes.
Trustee Sullivan.
Yes.
Motion carries. Thank you. Item number 3, receive presentation of the Tinley Park Business Spotlight, President Glatz and Clerk Therian. Clerk Therian will do tonight's Business Spotlight. Extreme was not able to make it.
This evening, we're pleased to welcome North and Maple Kitchen and Bar, located at 18401 North Creek Drive, has recently been remodeled and rebranded with a modern yet laid-back vibe. North and Maple features live entertainment, delicious American fare featuring specialties such as hand-dipped cheese curds, delicious burgers, tacos, sandwiches, tasty and flavorful entrees, and a great selection of whiskey, bourbons, wine, and craft beers. They do private events, too. Please join me in welcoming Jimmy Kolinsas from North and Maple Kitchen and Bar.
First off, I would like to thank Mayor Glatz, Madam Clerk Therian, and the Board of Trustees for selecting North and Maple to be tonight's featured business. Once again, my name is Jimmy Kolinsas. Many of you remember me from my Side Street Tavern days. I have been in the restaurant industry for over 25 years, and I am the owner-operator of North and Maple Kitchen and Bar, which is located at 18401 North Creek Drive, Tinley Park. The North and Maple concept is simple: to have a go-to neighborhood restaurant bar that people can call their own. A place to meet friends and family for delicious dinner, have some drinks, listen to live music, all packaged in a modern yet laid-back vibe. North and Maple is a spacious 8,500 square feet, features a bar lounge area, private dining, and banquet rooms. The bar and lounge area has both high tops, booths, and features a long, beautiful bar. This is where customers can enjoy a meal cocktails, listen to live music, or watch your favorite team on one of our big screen TVs. We have some exciting new drinks and food specials so make sure you stop by and check those out. One of our most sought-after features of North and Maple is our banquet and private dining rooms. Our private banquet rooms can accommodate guests from 20 to 100. Our state-of-the-art audio-visual capabilities make it perfect for business meetings or a memorable slideshow for your special day. Showers, weddings, birthday, corporate outings, we can do it all. Our menu is a testament of honest American cooking done well. Our menu offers a wide variety of items we love to eat: cheese curd, nachos, delicious burgers, tacos, and our tomahawk pork chop, just to name a few. We offer a wide selection of whiskeys, bourbons, wines, and local craft beers. And of course, none of this would be possible without our incredible staff. With the labor shortages that have devastated our industry, we've been blessed to have such an amazing staff that works incredibly hard. It is more than just being coworkers and getting the job done. At North and Maple, we work as a team, helping one another and cheering each other on, both professionally and personally. And we do that with one goal in mind: ensuring that our customers leave happier than they arrived. By the way, we're still hiring, so if anybody knows any people looking for work, we're always hiring. For anyone that would like additional information, check out our website at northandmaple.com. We also want to invite everyone to our official ribbon cutting this Thursday, October 7th at 5 p.m. And for those of you with a competitive spirit, we'll be hosting a Stein hoisting competition. So please come out with friends and family. Lastly, I commend you, Mayor Glatz, and the Village Board for creating an amazing business atmosphere. It is a great honor to be a part of the Tinley Park community. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jimmy.
All right, Jimmy.
Before we move on, anyone have any questions for Jimmy for employment? Thanks, Jimmy. Next, now we get to all the appointments. Item number 4, consider the following commission appointments for fiscal year 2022.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
Thank you, Bill and Mike. I would like to thank the board for considering appointing 3 residents to our senior services: Celeste Figley-Ulo, Teresa Flowers, who is here tonight, and Frank Williams. If you guys would like to stand up or say a few words, it's totally up to you. Frank, you're a man of very little words. Thank you, everyone.
Yes. Please stand up and be recognized, Frank.
Any comments from the public?
Roll call for item number 4. Trustee Brady.
Yes.
Trustee Brennan.
Yes.
Trustee Galante.
Yes.
Trustee Mahoney.
Yes.
Trustee Mueller.
Yes.
Trustee Sullivan.
Yes.
Motion carries. Thank you, everybody. Item number 5. I would like to ask the board to consider the appointment of Jason Zarina to the position of Code Enforcement Officer.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Thank you, Mike and Bill. Jason was identified as the most qualified candidate for the Code Enforcement Officer vacancy in the Community Development Department. Jason is experienced in local government as a certified property maintenance and housing inspector, zoning inspector, and he has recently achieved a Code Enforcement Officer certification awarded by the American Association of Code Enforcement. Jason also brings over 10 years of private sector experience in management, loss prevention, and dedication to customer service. He is committed to upholding high standards for the health, safety, and well-being of our residents, businesses, and visitors. Please consider appointing Jason to the position of Code Enforcement Officer effective October 11th, 2021. Any questions from the board on Jason? He is here with us tonight.
Where's Jason?
Jason, would you like to say a couple words?
Good evening, Mayor Glatz and Village Board of Trustees. I just want to thank you all for the opportunity. I'd also like to thank Kimberly and Angela during the interview process. I'd also like to thank my wife who's here and my daughters who are at home with Grandma watching on YouTube for all their love and support. I'm excited to get started, and I thank you again for the opportunity.
Thank you, Jason.
Welcome, Jason.
Any questions from the public on Jason?
Roll call for item number 5, Trustee Brady.
Yes.
Trustee Brennan.
Yes.
Trustee Galante.
Yes.
Trustee Mahoney.
Yes.
Trustee Mueller.
Yes.
Trustee Sullivan.
Yes.
Item carries. Item number 6, I'm conflicted because I started in community development, but
You can take it.
Trustee Mueller has gotten very close to Dan Ritter as well. I would like to yield item 6 to Trustee Mueller.
Thank you. I'll move we consider appointing Daniel Ritter to the position of Planning Manager.
Second that.
I'll second.
Go ahead, Mike.
As Senior Planner, Dan has demonstrated his depth of knowledge, ability to manage complex projects, and makes well-informed decisions. He shows great initiative and provides a level of customer service that goes beyond technical assistance by working with residents and businesses to help them achieve their goals. Dan has nearly 10 years of directly related planning experience and is an American Institute of Certified Planners certified planner. He holds a Bachelor's of Arts in Urban and Regional Planning and a Master's in Public Administration. He is a critical member of the Community Development Department and is recommended for promotion. I'll ask that you consider appointing Daniel Ritter to the position of Planning Manager effective October 6, 2021. And I will just say that I've worked with Dan for several years now. He has a level of professionalism that's bar to none, and he's been on projects small and large and always does a great job. So congrats, Dan.
Thank you, Mike. Dan, would you like to say a couple words?
I'll keep it short since we have a lot of these today, so I don't want you to play
go
the
ahead, take your
music at me.
time.
But I want to thank the board, the previous board that entrusted me 3.5 years ago as a senior planner, and then the board here today that's entrusting me with the kind of the next step as planning manager. Also want to thank Kimberly Clark, who's really been someone I've leaned on, who's kind of helped me grow as a senior planner and as a planning manager here. And I know I can always go to her and rely on her if I have questions. I also want to thank Paula Walrick, who was instrumental in bringing me here to the village, bringing me back to work for my hometown, which was pretty cool, being able to work here, born and raised, and it's kind of cool to go back and see projects when I was in middle school and high school that were being talked about, South Street, actually coming to fruition, and seeing the improvements in downtown, LaGrange Road, Harlem Avenue, and all the progress we're making around town. So it's pretty cool to come back and just really have pride in my hometown, and I enjoy this job. I enjoy the career field, and I'm glad I get to stay here in Tinley Park and keep growing with Tinley. There's a lot of progress happening, and so keep up the good work to the board as well. All the other departments within the village as well. It's amazing how much we interact, I think, on a daily basis. Administration, finance, police, fire, public works. I hope I'm not forgetting any. We're just, everybody works together so well. Like the rest of the world, I think everything's a little short-staffed and there's a lot happening, but we're all able to kind of lean on each other and get the work done. So I just want to say thank you again. And lastly, before I get in trouble, I want to thank my wife, who really, as I've been working late nights, as I've been getting my master's degree and everything else, she's stuck with it, picked up the extra slack at home, and she's really instrumental in me getting this position as well. So just thank you guys.
Thank you, Dan, very much.
Congrats, Dan.
Anyone from the public here to comment?
Roll call for item number 6, Trustee Brady.
Yes.
Trustee Brennan.
Yes.
Trustee Galante.
Yes.
Trustee Mahoney.
Yes.
Trustee Mueller.
Yes.
Trustee Sullivan?
Yes.
Motion carries. Thank you, everybody. Item number 7, consider the appointment of Joanna Janik to the position of staff accountant. I have a motion.
So moved.
I'll second it.
Thank you, Bill. Thank you, Mike. Joanna is identified as a qualified candidate for the staff accountant vacancy in the Finance Department. Joanna completed her Bachelor's of Accounting in May of 2020 and would make a great addition to the finance team. She worked as a finance intern from 2019 to 20 and most recently gained additional valuable experience in an accounting role in the private sector. I'd like to ask the board to please consider appointing Joanna to the position of staff accountant effective October 11th, 2021. Joanna?
My stage fright requires me to have notes. So I want to take a moment to say thank you to the board for this amazing opportunity. I adore Tinley Park and all it offers to residents and visitors. I've spent many events here and I absolutely love it. I want to thank Andrew Brown and Eileen Schultz for taking the opportunity to interview me, and Regina from HR for being an amazing contact at this time. It's an amazing feeling to now be part of such a wonderful team, and I'd really like to thank you for the opportunity. I'm hoping my finance internship with the village way back when helps me to make the right decisions for you and help you grow.
Thank you, Joanna.
Thank you, Joanna.
And Andrew and Angela, thank you for finding one of our interns to come back. Thank you. Anyone from the public care to comment?
Roll call for item number 7, Trustee Brady.
Yes.
Trustee Brennan.
Yes.
Trustee Galante.
Yes.
Trustee Mahoney.
Yes.
Trustee Mueller.
Yes.
Trustee Sullivan.
Yes.
Motion carries. Thank you, everybody. Next, we have item number 8. Consider the appointment of Lisa Cordum to the position of Emergency Management and 911 Communications Director. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Bills squared. Lisa joined the village in November of 2020 and has held various positions in emergency operations. She currently oversees the 911 Dispatch Center, working very closely with emergency management operations. She has demonstrated her ability to effectively manage operations. She focuses on developing new concepts and programs to enhance operations and provides excellent leadership to her employees and peers in public safety. Lisa is a critical member of the emergency management operations for the village for nearly 20 years and is recommended for promotion. Consider appointing tonight Lisa Cordum to the position of emergency management and 911 communications effective immediately tomorrow, October 9th, 2021. Or not tomorrow, on the 9th. Lisa, would you like to say a couple words?
Thank you, everybody. I'm super excited. I've worked really hard the past couple of years to get here. Thanks, Pat, for having confidence in me and the board. It's a really important job, and I hope to make everybody proud. I've been working really hard, but I've had a lot of support. My buddy Chris, Steve, I got the fire department, the police department, my dispatchers. Everybody's been really supportive. So thank you, and I hope I make everybody proud.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Lisa.
Anyone from the public care to comment on Lisa's appointment?
Roll call for item number 8, Trustee Brady.
Yes.
Trustee Brennan.
Yes.
Trustee Galante.
Yes.
Trustee Mahoney.
Yes.
Trustee Mueller.
Yes.
Trustee Sullivan.
Yes.
Motion carries. Item 9. I'd like to ask the board to consider adopting Resolution 2021-R-086, recognizing the accomplishments of David J. Niemeyer, Village Manager, wishing him a fond farewell as he begins his new ventures.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
Thank you. The resolution recognizes Village Manager Dave Niemeyer on his 7 years of service to the Village of Tinley Park and 38 years of service to Illinois local government, and wishes Mr. Niemeyer a fond farewell. Now I get to read this long resolution on Dave. Well, Lisa, you want to help?
Want me to read it?
A resolution, thank you. A resolution recognizing the accomplishments of David J. Niemeyer, Village Manager, wishing him a fond farewell as he begins his new ventures. Whereas Dave is the son of late George and Dolores Niemeyer, he was born and raised in the village of Oak Lawn with his siblings Linda and Michael. He lived in the south and southwest suburbs for a majority of his life and is a graduate of Oak Lawn Community High School.
Me too.
He received a bachelor degree in political science in 1983 and a master's degree in public administration in 1985 from Northern Illinois University. And whereas in June of 2014, Mr. Niemeyer became the 5th village manager of the Village of Tinley Park. Compliments of Mayor Zabrocki, Mayor Seaman, and Clerk Ray and the board. After 7 highly productive years with the village, he will be celebrating his 38 career in Illinois local government. Whereas Dave's extraordinary leadership abilities, high ethical standards, and intelligence, coupled with his interpersonal skills of open and honest communication, team building, and can-do attitude that welcomes challenges can be attributed to many success with the village in his entire career. Dave has served as our city administrative assistant to the mayor in Harvard, Illinois from 86 to 98, village administrator from Orland Hills from 1988 to 1993. He also served as village manager for Richton Park from 1993 to 98, Homewood from 1998 to 2003, and Des Plaines of 2003 to 2007. Oak Brook from 2007 to 2014, and finally Tinley Park from 2014 to present date. Whereas Dave is an avid bicyclist and tennis player and enjoys cycling through the mountains of Colorado. He is a world traveler and has served as the staff liaison for the village's Sister Cities Commission. Whereas upon his arrival in Tinley Park, he immediately became known for his intelligence, tenacity, problem-solving ability, team building, and extraordinary communication skills with staff and citizens. Whereas as village manager, an assignment which he held with distinction, generating extraordinary comments from all that he encountered as he managed a staff of 202 full-time and an additional 209 part-time employees with an annual general budget in excess of $54 million and a total operating budget of over $147 million annually. Dave served as a member and officer of numerous professional organizations, including but not limited to the International City County Management Association, where he serves on the International Committee. He is an active member of Illinois City County Management Association, Illinois Public Employee Labor Relations Association, and South Suburban Mayors and Managers Association, where he serves on the Management and Finance Committee. Whereas the mark of his truly exceptional management abilities was displayed during the COVID-19 pandemic, where his planning, knowledge, and keen analytic abilities, he was able to lead the village in such a unique way when he oversaw budget cuts that it allowed the village to trim expenses, while at the same time he continued to provide quality services to the residents. He also worked closely with businesses to help them weather the economic hardships caused by the pandemic. We left out the shrewd negotiating. Whereas during his period as village manager, his accomplishments, including bringing the Tinley Park Convention Center under new management, as well as navigating an expiring tax increment TIF district and Cook County law challenges to attract the Even Hotel brand to Tinley Park. Dave supervised the development of a new branding plan that focused on music with the goal of attracting more development and revenue for downtown Tinley. And whereas Dave oversaw the development of 2 comprehensive strategic plans and was key in reorganizing the Community Development Department and engineering services in order to better serve the public and save the village several $100,000 annually. Whereas citizen outreach improved under Dave's leadership with the addition of televised board meetings, a plethora of new social media accounts such as Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, the issuance of citizen surveys every 3 years, and the creation of the comprehensive Tinley Park annual report. He also oversaw the construction of the new Fire Station 47 and the investment of $6 million in the new water meters. Dave, in his low profile and modest way, has delivered exceptional municipal services while maintaining high employee morale and unequaled citizen respect during his time in the village. His tenure will be forever marked with great pride in the history of Tinley Park. Now therefore be it resolved by the President, the Clerk, and the Board of Trustees of the Village of Tinley Park, Illinois, Cook, and Will counties, on behalf of over 57,000 citizens herein represented, that David J. Niemeyer, a true friend and great American Cubs fan, a person of extraordinary intelligence, possessor of the highest public ethics, team builder, and unequal mentor to his staff, as well as a trusted advisor to his elected officials, shall leave this community with the highest of respect and goodwill. Be it further resolved that copies of this resolution be provided to David Niemeyer and the Tinley Park Historical Society, adopted the 5th day of October 2021, signed by myself, Village President, Village Clerk Kristen Therian, and the trustees. So before you speak, Dave, just to say this is a very sad day for us. You have helped mentor the staff, myself, and you were going to stay until June of next year, but you decided to take this other opportunity, which I'm very happy for you. It's your dream job, and so thank you. After you're done, we're going to have something and embarrass you down here, so go ahead.
Just hobble over there.
There you go on comp.
Well, it's a different perspective here, but thank you. This is more than a bit overwhelming, but you know, at times like this, there's so many people to thank, and I've made literally hundreds of friends, great professional acquaintances here, and it's been the time of my life. But I do want to thank a few people. I know Mayor Zabrocki, who did make the original appointment, and the board at that time, who did approve me back in 2014. Working with future mayors and boards, Mayor Seaman, who's here, because I know I just saw him in another country a few days ago. Mayor Vandenberg, and of course Mayor Glatz, who I've worked with. You know, I've worked with you as a citizen, trustee, and now mayor through some really challenging times, and I appreciate, you know, the support that you've given me through those times. I want to give a special shout out, and I know he couldn't make it tonight though, to Pat Ray, who was the clerk when I was appointed, who's really been somebody who has been kind of a consulate and has really advised me in the ways and culture of Tinley Park, and somebody who's helped me a lot. Next, of course, I can't say enough about the staff here, and I've worked in a number of communities. This is really an extraordinary staff. From the department heads down to the policemen, the firemen, public works, finance, planners. I go on and on, but again, I want to cite a few people. Pat Carr, who's really, I've been working with in a couple roles, but he's been as loyal and as dedicated as an assistant as one could ask for. And it really is one of the reasons why I feel I can leave here comfortably. I know Pat will do a great job as manager. Hannah Littman, who is really just been an amazing assistant, has risen in her position. I will have a long and successful career ahead of her. Lisa Valley, who's my right-hand executive assistant, the best person who's ever worked for me in that position, bar none. The department heads, the team that I have now, Andrew Brown, who has quickly moved up the ladder to finance director, Kimberly Clark, Donna Framke, Angela Rigo, Laura Gadet, John Urbanski, Chief Klotz, Chief Walsh. You've all made a great team, and that is really, I think, what I'm going to miss the most is just the team and the work that we've done together. And I think working with all of you and your staff, there's some amazing talent here. It's been an honor working for this great community. I can't really think of a better way to kind of cap my city manager career. I really, it's everything I expected and more, and I will definitely continue to work for and help Tinley Park in any capacity I can, and I'm very confident that you'll have a bright future and that things will continue to move forward under the great team we have now. So thank you.
Hey, Dave, can you come up front here? The board could come down here by Dave and staff. We have a couple frames to give them.
Downstairs.
First, we'd like to give you your framed resolution.
Oh, awesome. Yeah.
The next one is a little collage of photos put together for you.
Oh, wow. Wow. Did I really look that young? I didn't know it was perfect.
Thank you, everyone. Then could we get a photo of Pat Carr and Mayor Zabrocki and Mayor Seaman with Dave? This 2,000-page complaint. Thank you. Could open it up to staff if anyone would like to say anything. And Andrew, you were trying to grab the microphone, I saw. Huh? You sure? Anyone from this table like to say anything? Anyone from the public care to comment on Dave's retirement?
Roll call for item.
Hold on, you didn't ask me. Dave, just when Mike was reading all those different things about you, the only thing I caught here that I thought should have been added is, I'm quoting Abe Lincoln in his farewell address in Springfield in 1861, but wishing you a fond but affectionate farewell. Really mean that, affectionate. Thank you for all your help as a new trustee and your staff that got us caught up to speed, not knowing what was going on and programs and contracts and different things, and gratefully appreciate and call that I usually get from you to make sure that you know everything, Bill, you understand it all, you want this, you know, making sure, and I greatly appreciated that. So it is an affectionate farewell.
And then lastly, Dave, I forgot to mention, it's unfortunate it didn't come in time. Lisa and I are working on something together that not many people will know what that is. I know you have a Cubs jersey that's 37. We also got your employee number from Kmart coming on a jersey for you. Your second favorite number. It's 82, everyone. I listen to everything Dave says. Thanks, Lisa. Okay.
Roll call for item number 9. Trustee Brady.
Yes.
Trustee Brennan.
Yes.
Trustee Galante.
Yes.
Trustee Mahoney.
Yes.
Trustee Mueller.
Yes.
Trustee Sullivan.
Yes.
That said motion carries. Next, we have item 10, unless we want to go to item 11. Item number 10, I would like to ask the board to consider appointing Mr. Patrick Carr to the position of village manager.
I'll make that
So
motion.
moved. I'll second it.
Thank you. It has been properly moved and seconded. I would like to yield the floor to Honorable Edward J. Zabraki, the former mayor of the village of Tinley Park, to read the discussion for the item.
Thank you very much. Before I do that, I would like to express my thanks to our leaving village manager. He was hired under my watch, did an excellent job, kept us out of trouble most of the time, which is part of the village manager's job, and I want to express my thanks to you, Dave, for all that you've done. Also, you made another appointment tonight of Teresa Flowers. I moved in Tinley Park in 1970 and got involved with the village board in 1971, and one of the first people I met was Teresa Flowers. And she's been involved with the village for many, many years and has been an active member of our community, and I think it's great that she's working with the senior citizens. Pat Carr. I met Pat Carr 17 years ago, and he had long hair then. He's lost some of it. And met him. I'm not exactly sure know where or when I met him, but that took place. We hired him on a part-time basis for several different jobs through the years. First one was ESCA director. And it seemed like a very good fit because Pat was involved with the Strategic Air Command as a crew chief on a bomber, I think up in North Dakota? Okay, up in Michigan.
Gas man.
He then was involved with our dispatch program, our radio room, recently involved with the pandemic and setting up the mass situation that they had over at the convention center. He was extremely involved with bringing the, I should say, extremely involved in being supportive of armed forces. But there's one incident that I think is important to remember, and my wife remembers it very, very well. Pat forgot to make a phone call one night. And about 7:30 on a nice summer evening, about 6 or 7 helicopters assaulted the Tinley Park mental health grounds with, I believe, Navy SEALs jumping out of helicopters and attacking the mental health grounds. No one knew about it. So therefore, the Zabrocki household was literally jammed with phone calls wanting to know why and where we were being attacked. So that's one thing that I always want to remember about Pat. But Pat is a unique individual in many other ways. One of the things that always struck me about Pat is being a father. Several children. He's been there always for them. Some personal anguish from time to time, but he's always been there. And he's probably had a very good mentor by a gentleman in the last row by the name of Mr. Carr Sr., who's very proud of his son tonight. Being a village manager is an extremely difficult situation. You start out by having 8 bosses, and 8 bosses want to tell you what to do. And many times those 8 people disagree amongst themselves, which is a real challenge to a village manager. One of the things that I always cherished about Pat through the 17 years that I've known him, and I've gone to him from time to time for advice, for thoughts, those kinds of things. The one thing that I could say about Pat Carr, he will tell you not what you want to hear. He will tell you what you should hear. And to me, that is an earmark of a very good village manager. He had a good mentor in Dave. Dave was the same way. But that's the one thing that struck me about Pat. He will tell you what you should hear. And that's important for elected officials to hear today. So it's with pleasure that I thank you, Mike, for allowing me to come up here and express my thoughts about the appointment of Pat. I think it's a great appointment. I think he's going to do a great job. And my congratulations to him and his family. Thank you, Pat.
You didn't bring your jug slip for him?
No. Brother Wright, can't jug.
Maybe it went to De La Salle. Oh, Quigley. So I just want to say personally, Pat, it's been a pleasure knowing you, meeting you. You are a great friend, and a lot of things that Mayor Zabrocki said. Every time I ask you a question, you never have told me once what you know I want to hear. You always told me what I need to hear, and it's our job to make a decision from there. And you never have misled us. You're one of the most honorable people I've ever met. Before we do something, you want to read something first, Pat? Go ahead.
Thank you, Mayor Glatz and Village Board, for the opportunity to continue to serve this great community. First and foremost, I want to commend Dave on his long career in local government service. Dave, I appreciate the many opportunities that you have given me and the confidence to try new things, and there have been many of those things. Your mentorship during these last 4 years have been priceless. I wish you the best of luck, and don't be a stranger. My talk will be somewhat brief, hopefully 3 minutes or less.
You can ask for
But full of thank yous, because this is not about me, it's about all of you and everybody out here. I could not have been here without the support system, and it all starts at home. I want to thank my wife Anya and my dad Pat Sr., who turned the big 88 this summer. I want to thank my brother Tom and Norb. I'm thanking them because I forgot to mention them in my wedding speech. A special shout out to my kids, Patrick, Declan, and Caroline, who are at school but tuned in for public comment on YouTube. I want to thank fellow veteran Jerry Radicke, who I met through friends in Brookside Glen, through Tony and Aaron Radicke, who gave me a letter of recommendation for this job. Thank you very much, Jerry. A big thank you to Dr. Ray Garitano, my professor at Lewis University, whose knowledge and guidance helped prepare me for this position. And a very special thank you to all of my friends and neighbors that came out tonight. It is you that have been with me through thick and thin, and it is much appreciated. My time with the village started 16 years ago when I applied for the emergency management director position. I had my first interview over the phone while I was on a deployment overseas. When I returned stateside, I had my first in-person interview with Mayor Zabraki, Scott Niehaus, Chief Ken Dunn, and Chief Michael Connell. I never met any of these village people before, but on information and belief, you could say that is when I was called, or I could have been called, a Zabraki loyalist. Before the meeting ever started, I was seated across from Chief O'Connell, and he kept glaring at me. And I thought, what the hell did I do? Do I know this guy? He then breaks the silence and says, Sox or Cubs? I said, excuse me? And without a smile, he said, are you a Sox or a Cubs fan? I said, Sox, and a big smile and laugh from him and everybody in the room except Scott Niehaus. And I am a Sox fan. I'll be bringing Sox stuff to the office. That broke the ice with Mike O'Connell, and he took me under his wing for the next 5 years. Mike, I did it. You said it, I could do it, and I did it. Since then, I had the honor to work for Ed Zabraki, Pat Ray, Dave Seaman, Greg Hannon, Brian Maher, Matt Heffernan, Mike Bentonhausen, Patty Leone, TJ Grady, Tom Staunton, Scott Niehaus, Dave, and many others, all who have mentored me along the way and reinforcing what servant leadership is all about. It's now time to get down to work, and I have the best team moving forward to execute on some exciting plans for the future, and they're all up here. Please stand, staff, department heads, please stand. I couldn't be happier to see Lisa Cordum take over as director. The women and men of 911 and emergency management are in very capable hands. Cindy will keep you on your toes. She did with me. Thank you, Cindy, for your help. Our work in local government is about service. Service to our board, to implement their policies, service to our teammates, to give them the tools to do the mission, and service to our residents, to give them a safe community. It's all about service before self. Thank you.
Hey, Pat, can you come up front now? Brennan was asking me why I was looking underneath the table before the meeting. This is why I was making sure it was in the right place. I got you, Christie. Got you a couple things. First thing was, I wanted you to have, because you are the official gas man.
You better explain that, Mr. Mayor.
Chris and I wanted to do something different than normal. We got a photo, I think, that describes you to a T, and we made it a floating photo, so we bought a frame bigger than it, and then last night we had to measure it perfectly, put it in there, and mount it in a frame that it doesn't fit it. That was called floating. And here's my Rocky. This describes you to a T. World ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place. And I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit, it's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward, that's how winning is done. You're a winner. Thank you. There's a Rocky and Seaman, would you like? And Trustee Strong with the McGill shirt on.
No, so he wore a jacket, so he got invited.
Very proud. Thank
When
you.
it looks at Tinley Complex, you'll know what we're talking about. And then, Hyman, you want to take a picture with Rocky? Hey, Dad?
Thank you.
Any staff like to address Mr. Carr? Anyone from the public care to comment? Go ahead, sir.
Good evening. I'm right here at town, and I want to assure you that you have the correct information. He is excellent student. These comments come from prior chief of police, village manager, and I was professor for 4 years. Excellent. I read his comprehensive examination, and some of the best I ever read.
Very nice. Okay, with that, after this, if anyone would like to leave after this that came for Pat or the appointments is free to do so. Madam Clerk?
Roll call for item number 10. Trustee Brady.
Yes.
Trustee Brennan.
Yes.
Trustee Galante.
Abstain.
Trustee Mahoney.
Yes.
Trustee Mueller.
Yes.
Trustee Sullivan.
Yes.
Thank you. Motion carries. 5 yeses and an abstain. Item number 11. May I have a motion from the board to consider approval of the consent agenda items?
I'll make a motion.
I'll second it.
Thank you. The consent agenda items have been publicly posted and available for review on the agenda for this meeting. Would anyone from the board like any of these items removed from the consent agenda? Let the record reflect there are none.
Roll call.
Any comments from the public?
Jimmy.
Roll call for item 11. Trustee Brady.
Yes.
Trustee Brennan.
Yes.
Trustee Galante.
Yes.
Trustee Mahoney.
Yes.
Trustee Mueller.
Yes.
Trustee Sullivan.
Yes.
Motion carries. Thank you. Item number 12. Trustee Brady.
Thank you. When I read this last week, I noticed that on this agenda last week, I'm the only one that's not giving a person a job. Everybody else is getting appointed, gets a job, and I get to give nobody a job. But anyways, yes. I said yes. Consider adopting ordinance 2021-0-070, amending the pay scales and fringe benefits established for the fiscal year ending April 30th, 2022.
I'll make that motion.
Thank you.
Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Thank you, Bill. Thank you, Mike. Go ahead, Bill.
Currently, there are 3 separate ordinances, 2021-0-038, 2019-0-016, 2019-0-039 that relate to the employee compensation and fringe benefits. The ordinance brings all 3 of these ordinances together into one place for ease and fixes some title changes and scribe errors. Additionally, due to significant staffing concerns in the fire department, it adds incentive pay for weekend shifts. This ordinance is eligible for adoption.
Any questions from the board?
Yeah, I'll just say we chose option 2, so that's the $4 an hour increase, correct? Yep. So that's what we'll be voting on.
That's how it's reflected in the ordinance as well.
Perfect.
Thank you, Mike. Any questions from the public?
Roll call for item 12. Trustee Brady.
Yes.
Trustee Brennan.
Yes.
Trustee Galante.
Yes.
Trustee Mahoney.
Yes.
Trustee Mueller.
Yes.
Trustee Sullivan.
Yes.
Motion carries. Thank you. Item number 13. Trustee Mahoney.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Please consider adopting Resolution 2021-R-087, approving a contract between the Village of Tinley Park and Aries, Inc. for Post 5 improvements.
So moved.
Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Thank you. Go ahead, Dennis.
This project includes a replacement of the control building, control panels, pumps, soft starts, and construction and underground holding tank system. An emergency backup generator will also be installed during the project. The cost as presented includes the base bid plus 1 alternate. Staff is requesting awarding the base bid plus the alternate. The following bids were received at the opening held at the Village Hall on September 24th, 2021. Funding in the amount of $3,931,849 is available for use through the American Rescue Plan Act and was previously discussed with the Finance Department. This item was discussed and approved at the Committee of the Whole meeting that took place on October 5th, 2021. This resolution is eligible for adoption.
Thanks, Dennis.
Thank you.
Anyone from the board have any questions? Anyone from the public care to question? Comments? Staff?
Roll call for item number 13. Trustee Brady.
Yes.
Trustee Brennan.
Yes.
Trustee Galante.
Yes.
Trustee Mahoney.
Yes.
Trustee Mueller.
Yes.
Trustee Sullivan.
Yes.
Motion carries. Item number 14, receive comments from staff.
I just want to take a quick second to say congrats to all of the new staff that was appointed tonight and to our staff internally who had promotions. It's very well deserved. Excited for you both and to continue to work with you. Dave, I just want to say thanks for everything over the last 5 years for me, but congrats on a 38-year career in local government. It's a very impressive and lengthy career. So one of the best in the business, and you're going to be missed, that's for sure. But congrats to Pat. He'll have big shoes to fill, but he's going to do a great job. So just wanted to say thank you to him.
Thank you, Hannah. Anybody else? Nope. Move on to item 15, receive comments from the board. Anyone from the board care to comment?
Well, Hannah's already mentioned it, that Pat has big shoes to fill. Just make sure you don't fill the boot.
I'll just make a comment on the appointments. Dave and staff in our HR department and this board have been working extremely hard on making sure we have the right people in here, as some people have been retiring. I want to thank you guys on doing an excellent job, from HR Dave all the way down the staff. Even our new deputy chief police both of them that were appointed last meeting are here with us as well. I appreciate that. Angela, Hannah, Pat. I really appreciate all the hard work everyone is doing, and it's showing, because Tinley Park is thriving. We just announced today that we landed Loyola 70,000 square foot medical building on LaGrange. A lot of good things are coming to Tinley Park, and it all starts, from within our building on, Oak Park Avenue, to our fire department, to our police, to our public works. So thank you, everyone, for all the hard work you've been doing. It's really a pleasure to serve on this board. Anyone else care to comment?
Yeah, I'd just like to congratulate both Dave and Pat. Dave, I can't tell you how instrumental you were when we got elected on this board, and how much you helped kind of transition us, and how professional and forthcoming you were to help us newbies. So appreciate your attitude, that we always letting us razz you, and I just want to thank you and appreciate all your help over the years. But I also wanted to remind you that there's still going to be baseball here in Chicago on the south side in the playoffs. So, but I wanted to wish you the best of luck with your next endeavors, and truly appreciate all your help. You're a true professional, and Pat, you, like everyone else has said, you got big shoes to fill, but I think we got the right man for the job. So really looking forward to what you accomplish and what we can accomplish together. So congratulations to you both.
Thanks, Bill. Anybody else?
I'd like to add something.
Okay, Colleen.
Yeah, I just want to thank you, Dave, for mentoring me the past few months. It was a big change for me, and to do this, Hannah, all the meetings, Andrew, very, very helpful. So explained a lot of things to me that were very new to me. Pat, congratulations. I look forward to continuing to work with you. And I was appointed as the board liaison for the Veterans Commission. So I would like to talk about an event that they have upcoming. The Tinley Park Veterans Commission will host its annual Veterans Breakfast on Saturday, October 16th at the Tinley Park American Legion, Post 615 at 17423 South 67th Court. Excuse me. This event will begin at 8:30 a.m. with a traditional GI breakfast, including SOS. Other activities will include military displays and musical entertainment. The event is open to all Tinley Park military veterans and non-resident members of a Tinley Park Military Veterans Organization. Veterans may also bring one guest. Sign up is due by Monday, October 11th at the American Legion, VFW Post 2791, or by calling Village Hall at 708-444-5000. Please sign up just at one location, as organizers need an accurate count. So I hope they have a very successful breakfast for our veterans. Thank you.
Thank you, Colleen. Speaking of shoes to fill, just be thankful you're not filling Andrew's. If that's it, we'll move on to item number 16, receive comments from the public. Anyone from the public here to comment on any agenda items tonight? Let the record reflect there are none. Deputy Clerk, are there any comments that we received through email or in the Dropbox? There were not. Thank you, Laura. And with that, there are no comments. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call to adjourn. Trustee Brady.
Yes.
Trustee Brennan.
Yes.
Trustee Galante.
Yes.
Trustee Mahoney.
Yes.
Trustee Mueller.
Yes.
Trustee Sullivan.
Yes.
Thank you. We are adjourned, and it is 7:42 p.m. Thank you, everybody.